I have no clue what I'm doing with this video. I don't usually make stuff like this. If you're new to the channel from the past few days or months or whatever it may be, welcome. Thank you for subscribing. If you've been here with me for the past 4 or 5 years, then you kind of know I don't make videos like this ever. I mean, my entire channel is strictly like K-pop, Korean rappers, strictly talking about music basically and what's going on in K-pop and stuff. So I never really do serious topics, and especially, like personal topics, like about my life or about what's going on with me in real time, or like anything really outside of those genres of K-pop and hip-hop. So stuff like this I never normally do. So this is like an odd video that I feel like I need to make. I mean, because at the end of the day, it's my channel. At the beginning, it started off with me showing my friends K-pop, but I mean, it's turned into me talking about Korean rappers behind a camera and editing software. So yeah, at the end of the day, it's me. So I just feel like I need to make this to talk about this. So I'm just gonna jump straight into it. There's really no editing except a few cuts probably, because I want to keep this as raw as possible. But yeah, and if you see an ad on this video, I'm gonna try to turn them off. But if I do and make any like few dollars or whatever it is, because I really don't make much money, I'll donate it to a suicide prevention charity, because I don't feel comfortable making any money off of this. So just to get straight into it, yeah, you can read the title. If this makes you uncomfortable, just letting you know now that that's what this is about. There's nothing else really in here except that. But yeah, I guess I'll just go straight into it. There's no really point in extending this intro any longer. Death doesn't really affect me as far as I know. Of course, I've had multiple people I know pass away. Of course, grandparents. My uncle passed away in a car accident when I was really young, like 10 years old. So, I mean, I've had people die in my life before. And I don't normally cry over it. Like, I know a lot of people mourn that way, and I'm weird. Apparently, I don't mourn that way. I don't really, get affected like that. For whatever reason, I'm just weird. And I mean, honestly, if you don't know what, me personally, or what's going on in my life, you probably wouldn't know that anything's ever wrong. If anyone passes away that I know. You could even extend that to K-pop. Even when someone passes away from the topic we're talking about, when someone takes their own life, even when Jonghyun of SHINee, or Hara of Kara, or Sully of FX, when they all did their thing, I never made a video on any of them because I didn't feel comfortable profiting, not even monetarily, because I would have turned monetization off, but I didn't feel comfortable getting traction to my channel, getting subscribers, because I'm talking about someone that cared about losing their life. So I never made a video on them either, even though it had to do with K-pop. I did do a community post that let people know that there are my thoughts who are being affected personally from those idols passing, but I never made a video on it, which you can obviously see. But even to get more personal than that on suicide, I've had my childhood friend took his own life back in 2018. And I'm sure if you were a subscriber back then, you probably had no clue that someone I grew up with, who was in my close friend group for much of my life, and then kind of split away for a few years right before that, that I had just gone to his funeral before making a video, because I was able to just be like, yo, what's up, everyone? I'm my hyper energetic self smiling. I'm just really good at hiding that, I guess, and I don't really show that what I'm going through very well. So normally I don't make videos like this, and I'm already 4 minutes in, and we are just getting to the topic of this video. But last week, I found out on Friday when I was editing my Changbin vs. Justice video, when I was comparing the two. I was at the end of editing it, and that's why there wasn't much editing in it, because I just found out about this. But the day before, my mentor, if you will, the guy who taught me how to play drums, he even filmed some of the drum covers that I did back 5 years ago. But the guy who helped me out a lot for the past 10 years, and I got really close with, took his own life on Thursday last week. Oh no, I was just debating whether or not I wanted to talk about it on the channel or not. But yeah, I mean, he meant a lot to me, because he taught me so many things. Like not even with the drums, but like helping me on YouTube stuff, like ideas and like ways to help the channel. And he got me my first job actually, and there's a lot of things, and it completely took me by surprise because I hadn't talked to him since May. And normally this would just be like what happened in 2018. I just make a normal video. What's up, guys? This is CarKpop, and like, you know, like my normal attitude, because I can still do that. I'm not gonna like break down, but this is a bit different. Hence why I'm making this video. I'm sorry it's so long. It's kind of me just talking, I guess. It's different because he took his son's life too, along with his, which is just mind-numbing to me, I guess is the right word, because I would never, like, you know, everyone says, oh, I never expected them to take their own life. And I mean, I get that, like, you know, everyone goes through things that you don't see. But I mean, he was such a good person, at least in like from the hours upon hours upon hours I spent with him, over 500 hours, especially just one-on-one too. Like I would never have expected the second half of this, the devastating part of, like, even bigger devastating part of this, because it's all a lot. But yeah. Luckily, I didn't know his son too well. His son was just a toddler. I'd only met him once as an infant, so I wasn't really close at all with his son. So for me, that's lucky because I'm not having to lose both personally. That sounds so... This is such a dark video, man. I'm so sorry. But yeah, let me just push through the ending of this. I'm so sorry. Gosh, I'm putting you through this, but I don't know. Basically, the point of this video is two things. For me personally, one, I have no clue how to fucking feel or respond. And it's been like a good 5 days now since I found out. And I mean, I don't know if I'm supposed to mourn for this person I was really close with. You know, like, oh, he's gone. Like, I'm never going to get to talk to him again, because I hadn't talked to him since May, which we were trying to plan to meet up and be like, yo, yeah, let's do something. And never really happened. So I don't know if I should mourn because I lost that person, or if I should be like hurt and angry that, I mean, someone I knew did such a monstrous act. Like, you know, you watch stuff like CSI and Law and Order and stuff, and this stuff happens all the time in their shows. You know, you like, oh yeah, he killed the blah 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 and then took his own life, and it's like you always think like, oh, it's just like a TV thing. At least I thought it was, and it actually happened, and I'm still kind of in disbelief. It still hasn't processed for me. I still don't feel like I lost anything because it's such a big thing. It's like you win in the opposite form, kind of. You win $500 million, $500 million, right? And it's like the next day you wake up, you have all that money, but you're still sitting there feeling exactly the same. And that's kind of where I'm at. It's like, I know what's happening, but it doesn't feel like I don't know what to feel, because this is such a complex situation, at least in my eyes. It feels complex. But yeah, anyways, I guess that was the first point of the video. I just needed to make a video because I have no clue how the fuck I feel about this. It's such a strange situation. I mean, like, I've been through people taking their own life before, but this is kind of like on another level. And it's like, yeah, you get my point. But then the second thing is just kind of for everyone that's still watching. First off, thank you. But second, make sure you tell the people you care about, your friends, your family, those close to you, that you care about them and you're there for them and how much they mean to you. Because I don't know, a lot of times I guess it just kind of goes over people's head when they don't hear it. And I guess the haunting thing is literally a week before this, so a week and a half ago at this point, Bryson lives pretty far away from you guys. Know Bryson. He's my friend, as in all the videos. He lives pretty far away from me, like a good 30 minutes. And so normally I'm down where he is. And Bryson, of course, knows this person. We were planning on having dinner with them back a year ago. Like, yeah, let's go eat Korean barbecue all together and everything. But Bryson was up at the 30 minutes on my house and in my area. And I was like, yo, Bryson, we should go meet this person. Because, I mean, we haven't like seen them in a while. Do you want me to text them? See if they could meet up? And then Bryson's like, yeah, I love them. Sure, let's go. I haven't seen him in forever. Let's go hang out with him. And then I shot it down after I offered it because I'm like, nah, thinking about it. I mean, he has a toddler. I'm sure he probably trying to play it safe and the pandemic and everything. He won't want to actually meet, because he has someone very vulnerable to it in his house. So I shot it down. I'm like, nah, it's okay. It's okay. It's just an idea. And we never did anything because we were just right next to his house. I was like, yeah, we were literally like 30 seconds away. We could just like stop by. But at the end of the day, I was like, nah, let's not. And I guess that's just the most haunting thing for me. Is like, that could have changed something. I mean, I'll never know. And I'm not blaming Bryce. I really hope it didn't come off like that, because I was the one who, like, he said yes, and then I changed my mind to, no, I don't think he'll want us near him because he's a child. So yeah, I'm just gonna end this video. The moral of the story for you guys, at least, is make sure you reach out to the people you care about, because you never really know who's needing the extra little attention or push that's secretly hiding it or something. Just make sure, if you care about someone, you make sure that you make sure they know you care about them.